Hi, I'm Shauna Egan from Carroll Community College, and this video is going to show you some different technology skills and features that you will find in Microsoft Teams and kind of walk you through how we would use them in a typical class. Some of the skills that we are going to be going through today are listed on the screen now. So that might include muting and unmuting your microphone and when you would do each of these, finding a quiet place, turning your camera on and off, centering yourself in your video feed, navigating to the chat, and also how to leave the meeting when you are ready to leave. Okay. So when you log into Microsoft Teams, you might see it a couple of different ways. If you are logged in on the desktop app, like I am, you're going to see these icons across the top. And that's going to be the different buttons or pictures that you're going to click on to do many of the skills we're talking about today. If you are logged in through the browser, then you will not see these pictures on the top. But if you hover your cursor right around here, like right below your face in your picture, those icons will pop up. So you'll still be able to click on them. You just might have to hover your cursor for a minute. One of the most important icons that we're going to use, and you will have to probably click on pretty often in class, is going to be this microphone icon. People also refer to it as mute. And when you see the picture of the microphone icon with no line through it, like this one, that means that your sound is on. Your instructor and your classmates will be able to hear what you are saying. When you are speaking or when there is a class discussion, please make sure your sound is on. Most of the time, however, you are going to keep your sound off. So when your instructor is teaching, especially if there's any background noise going on, please make sure that you click on the microphone, and that is going to turn your sound off so that your classmates and your teacher won't hear your neighbor mowing their lawn or won't hear any pets or televisions that are running in the background. That brings me to another point, making sure that you're finding a quiet place so that you're not distracted and you can be fully engaged in class and get the best experience. Try to find a place in your house or apartment or wherever you are working that is quiet and as free from distractions as possible. We know that this can be difficult, but that's really going to help you focus. If your television is off, if you've checked your phone beforehand, and that's really going to help you get the most out of your class. So try to find the most quiet place that you can, but also be aware to use that mute button to silence any background noise so that your instructor and your classmates can fully pay attention and they aren't hearing extra sounds in the background. Okay. Another thing that is helpful that we're going to talk about is turning your camera on and off. And that works just like the mute button. If there is a line through it, that means it's off. But if there is no line, that means it is on. So before you log into class, take a minute and examine your background. Make sure that there's nothing distracting in your background or anything that might be offensive or inappropriate to show. If you would like to set this up so that people do not see your background, so that there's a blur or a generic background of someone else's house or of the forest, there's so many different options. But if you're interested in setting up another background other than the background of your house, please let us know and we can help you with that. But I do think it's best if you're able to have your camera on so that you can get the most out of class. Your instructor will be able to see you and be able to tell if you are understanding what is happening by looking at their facial expressions. They'll also be able to see how you're pronouncing words, which is especially important if you're in an ESOL class or a class that works on pronunciation. And it's also going to help to build the class community so you get to know their instructor and they get to know you. So when your video camera does not have a line through it, that means that your video camera is on. There are going to be some times that you are going to want to turn the video camera off. So to do this, all you do is click on that video camera icon, and then you will see a line through it. Let me show you what that looks like. When you click on the video camera icon and it's turned off, other people will usually be able to see a circle with your initials in it. There are ways that you can set this to be a picture. So if that's something that you're interested and you are signed on through the downloaded app, we can help you with that. But most of the time, the initials just work fine. And then if you are finished, if there's nothing else distracting going on and you're ready to rejoin the class with your camera, you can go ahead and click on the camera icon again, and it turns your video back on. So if there's any distractions going on in the background, like if there's people walking by, if you're trying to charge your computer and kind of looking through a cord, anything that might cause a distraction, feel free to turn off your camera for a couple of minutes so that the rest of your class is not distracted and they're able to focus on your instructor. And then when that is done, you can go ahead and turn your camera back on. If you are noticing that you are having internet difficulty, for example, your computer keeps kicking you off or people keep freezing, you can also try to turn your camera or your microphone off to see if that helps. Sometimes that does help students and they're able to see and hear the instructor better if those two things are turned off. So there is some flexibility, but again, you will probably get the best experience if your camera is on and also if you unmute your mic and participate in class discussions. That's going to help you learn the best from class. So some other features and tools that are going to be important across the top are also this hand icon. If you see that as an icon, you can click on that and that lets your teacher know that you have something to say or that you have a question. The teacher will be able to see in their list of participants that someone has their hand raised. You can click it again to lower it. The chat feature right here is a way for you to communicate without using your microphone. So a teacher might ask you to pick the best answer and type it in the chat and say that there's a multiple choice question on the screen. You can click into the chat box and you can type your answer. So say, I think the correct answer is letter C. I could type that into the chat box and then click on the icon that looks like a paper airplane to send it. If there is a little orange circle next to the chat box, that means that there's a message that you have not read yet. Okay, moving along on this list of items to talk about, we're going to talk about centering yourself in your video feed. So right now you can see that I am in the center of the screen. You can clearly see my entire face. Before you log on, take a moment to make sure that your body is centered in the video because it can be a little distracting to talk to someone if only their forehead is showing or if their face is not showing completely. So let me show you a quick example. Okay, if I logged in and my instructor could not see my face, this would be rather distracting and could make it hard to teach and hard for people to focus. So make sure to adjust your screen or your camera so that your entire face is in view. Okay. And last but not least, when it is time for you to leave your class session, you are going to click on the icon that looks like a red phone. Okay, when you click on that, that will take you out of your class meeting. You would do that at the end of class. The only other time that you may want to try this out is if you're noticing that you're having technology problems. You can go ahead and click out of the meeting, and then you can try to log back in to see if that helps. Okay. We hope that this is helpful and kind of introduces you to the different features of Microsoft Teams. If you have any questions or if you would like to set up a practice meeting to try some of these out, please let us know. We're always available to help you out, and we're so glad that you've chosen Carroll Community College to take classes with us. Thank you very much.